the latest update on Shadab Khan?
The latest update is Shadab went through a preliminary test today, which you've got to do as per medical protocol. He came through that okay, but we're in no position yet to make a decision on him. Concussion is a really important injury, and we've got to be 100% sure before we make a decision. So no decision has been made on him at the minute.
Hi, Mickey. More general question about the whole tournament. Do you feel Pakistan has been at a disadvantage in this World Cup because none of the Pakistan players play in the IPL, whereas players from New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, they are all very familiar with the grounds and conditions, and there are so many different grounds and conditions.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's a good question, but I just see the headline now. It's no excuse, but it has been, and the interesting thing it has been that every ground we've been to has been a new venue for our players, which is exciting. The players have really embraced that, and they've enjoyed that fact because they've watched IPL on TV and they've seen test matches at iconic grounds like Eden Gardens, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai. So for them to play it, it's been really exciting for them. Of course, it is the first time they're playing there, so it has taken a little bit to get used to the conditions.
Mickey, both matches are must-win matches for Pakistan. Yeah. Any specific instructions to boys and any special plan to win these both matches?
Majid, every game we go into, we want to win. I feel we've, and I'll be brutally honest, I don't think we've played to our full potential this tournament yet. I thought the Bangladesh game is the first game where we actually put a complete game together. We batted beautifully, bowled beautifully, and fielded beautifully, which in all our other games, we've done one or two disciplines okay, but our other disciplines let us down. So I'd like to say we're peaking, but preparation of the guys and the attitude and the guys' will to get better every day has been exceptional. So I can't fault anybody in terms of that. But we found our best game against Bangladesh, and I just hope that's not too late for us.
Mickey, being on the road continuously, how much does that affect the team? Because we said, they used to it in the IPL, but this again is a novelty for the Pakistan team. How much has that been a factor?
Oh, look, as a Pakistan team, we play a hell of a lot of cricket. So being on the road is nothing new for these guys. What has been tough is the fact that we've been under a massive amount of security. So I've sort of taken it back. And to be fair, I found it difficult. It's almost like we've been back in the COVID times, where you were almost secluded to your floor and your team room. So much so that that breakfast is in a separate room to everybody else. So it's almost that's been the tough aspect. The aspect about being on the road is our boys are used to it, but when they're on the road, they've still been able to get out and go and have meals, etc. at different places and get out on their own accord, where we haven't been able to this time, and that's been tough. That has been quite stifling. It certainly does. It definitely does, and I've seen it with some players where it has been. You wake up again and it's like Groundhog Day. It's exactly the same. You have breakfast, and if it's a non-training day, you're back to your room. We've tried to have sort of little fun team events and whatever within our team room, but there's only so much you can recreate. I think the guys have been out 3 times we've sort of managed to, with security, get them out to a different restaurant or whatever, just to give them a little bit of a taste of the outside world.
Hi, Mickey.
Hi.
There is some noise from outside the field. Obviously, the team is, they have to win big. They have to hope other results go in their way. So it's like, it's an adverse situation for the side. So how much motivation do you think these players draw from such situations? Because this is a classic Pakistan World Cup campaign.
Yeah. Everybody tells me it's the classic World Cup campaign, and I hate that because I'd rather that we were cruising now and things had been really good. It would certainly be a lot less stressful. But again, we got ourselves into a position before the Bangladesh game where it was kind of out of our hands, and it's come back in a funny way into our hands again, because albeit we've got to win and win big in both our games, it's still under in our control, which it wasn't before the Bangladesh game. We had obviously a really good result there, and then South Africa did us a little bit of a favor as well. So it's kind of pushed it back into our hands, albeit a long shot. But look, we actually spoke about it as a group yesterday in our one-on-one skill meetings, and the players kind of the one thing that amazes me, and it's amazed me so much with the Pakistan players is generally how calm they are. You know, it's like I'm a cat on a hot tin roof. The players are just really calm. They kind of take it in their stride, and that's the feeling I got before the Bangladesh game, and it's certainly the feeling I'm getting right now. So, yeah, we're in a decent place.
Hello. Hi, Mickey.
Hi.
So the last game you played against Australia was pretty a high-scoring encounter.
Yeah.
But when you saw the New Zealand-Sri Lanka game was pretty low-scoring encounter. So comes to the bowling unit. Are they under sort of pressure to find out a kind of a solution? What will be your approach going on this track again? Are you going to like control runs or directly go for wickets? What's the solution for this?
Yeah, we've looked through all the stats on this ground for day games. We've factored that into our equation. We've looked at, is it spin favourable? Is it pace bowler favourable? What's the mean score? So we've done a hell of a lot of research into this venue for day games, because a lot of the research you get is at night. We've done it for day games, and we've tried to mould a game plan around that. Now we obviously have a couple of concerns still in terms of personnel within the team before we can make a final decision. But we've taken all those factors into account, and we're trying to put what we think is our best team for these conditions tomorrow.
Hi, Mickey. I mean, sitting outside, we have been calculating, okay, this margin, that margin, can Pakistan surpass? So do you have this thing in your mind that if we can win by around 84, 85 runs, it will take us above New Zealand in net run rate? So do you, I mean, this thing is in your mind that we have to, not only to win, but also to surpass New Zealand on net run rate?
Yeah, look, of course it is. It is, Faisal. And during the Calcutta chase, I had every scenario in my pocket as to if we won in 25 overs, if we won in 26 overs, 27 overs. So we kind of knew as to how we were going to eat into the net run rate of particularly New Zealand. What I didn't factor into was South Africa doing us a favour the next night. So we do have all those scenarios. Of course we have those scenarios. I think the first thing for us though is we've got to respect our opposition. New Zealand are a very, very good team. I think they're very well coached. I think they're very well led. I think they're a very experienced cricket team. We've got to respect it. And once we get ourselves in a position, only then can we start talking about those net run rates. Now, I'll have all the information, but I won't necessarily give it to the players until we feel the time is right to put the foot down and potentially try and close that net run rate, because we've still got to win the game as well.
Mickey, we've seen you discussing things with Babar and Grant at the end of the practice session. Did we expect any change in tomorrow's game? Maybe Hassan Ali comes in for Haris Rauf. As we saw that the last game, you changed Fakhar Zaman and played very brilliantly. So we expect any change?
Look, if we make change, and just on Haris Rauf does a role for us. You know, he's kind of our striker. So no, we wouldn't look to change Haris Rauf because he's got a specific role for us within the team. But there is a potential for a game plan change. Yes, you know, And you know, Faka Zaman was brought in, you know, once he cleared his injury. We have to remember that. We would have loved to have Faka Zaman available for the whole competition, but once he cleared his injury, we got him right, and he gave us some good reward.
Mickey, a word on like the contribution Iftikhar has made with the ball at this World Cup, especially bowling so much in the first 10 overs.
Yeah, he's been good. Iftikhar's an underrated off spinner. Yeah, at the start of the tournament, Baba was bowling Ifti a couple of overs, and Ifti always used to come off, go, Coach, I'm a 10-over bowler, you know. And I love that. I love that kind of attitude from Ifti. And the longer the tournament's gone on, the more he's bowled and done a really good job for us. So I'm really happy with his contribution.